Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night. This break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in the hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the jewels, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chain, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Prescott on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Dejo. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Cooper was the target there. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception, Cousins This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 17 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott to throw it. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return it. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 63 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Over here. Right there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. He may try and run. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Elliott. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Hey, 47.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he floats one there, incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Sherrills. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Cook following the penalty. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run again on first down. Cook able to escape. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. pitch it out to Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Carried out for Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Here go 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Cousins to throw it. And this is incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yellow, ready, in there, yellow.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And that is incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Prescott. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The extra point up and good, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Second down, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets through and now an opening. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. The 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Point after here coming up. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, now here we go. 300.
To throw, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go, 47.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
47. Tight dog.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Third and long for Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They start the drive with Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah, baby, yeah. All right, now here we go, oh.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, reception, down he goes. Ben Gideon in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Everyone's got 4 down. Mike 5-4.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. That fights through one man. 34 yards there and a first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Prescott on 1st down. On the move to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. Followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, Tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give. This is Cook. Oh, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Prescott off play action. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Barr in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
41 for Will. Good. Switch is 8.
Throwing. Prescott. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Sherrills to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taken in at the 22. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
We got three. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. We go 47. There we go. All right, hey. Check 26.
They go to Elliott again. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On third down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Malik Collins in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's coming now.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Again, it's Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 47.
On 3rd down, that's Elliott, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Get out.
We got 4.
Here we go. 47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
46. Good. 46.
Here's Prescott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. This is Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Elliott, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go, 46. Done.
54 is Mike.
Here we go, 47. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Well, let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now out comes Minnesota, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Throwing is Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Wide. Hey, Clipper.
Second down, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Hey, we're going right there. Here we go, 46. Here we go, wide angle. Here we go, 47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go, 47.
A give to Elliott running left. Broken tackle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Good.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And escapes the sack. He can run for it, and he will. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Cousins now on second down. That is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
4th down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. First down, Murray. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let's go, let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Cook following the penalty. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down. Here's Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott now on 2nd down. Slide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Sherrills. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Following the interception, Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Handoff comes to Cook. And spins away. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On the ground, it's Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing here, Cousins. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, click him.
Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The give is to Elliott. And he spins past him and into space. Power running by Zeke. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.